So it's the first day of our trip. It's going to be quite an exciting trip. So we're just leaving Hanmer, doing our first track of the day. Track is Jollies Pass Road. This will basically take us over the mountain towards Molesworth conservation area on the other side. It's not a crazy difficult track. It's I would say probably a grade 2, but you know, it's a start. I'm just gonna let some air out of the tires. Pretty much all the way from here is gravel road, so yeah, just get the air out of the tires. I mean, I wouldn't need normal pressures until tomorrow, end of tomorrow basically. So for this I'm probably going to knock about 22 out of the fronts, and for the rears I'll probably go to about 25. The tires are quite hot, just been on the motorway, so yeah, it's kind of a hot pressure, so I reckon 22. So tomorrow morning when it's cold, probably be about 19 or 18. I must say, Jollies Pass is a little bit steeper than I remember. Yeah, we're on a little hairpin turn here, so I just want to go set up some camera angles and stuff. So fun! Bloody hot today. Here we are at basically the end of Jollies Pass Road. It's a nice drive. You know, it's basically a grade 2, I would say. It's not anything crazy. Fun drive, beautiful views. It's only 8.7 kilometers, so it's not too long, and it brings you to where the Molesworth and the Rainbow Road basically connects. Why am I saying so many basicallys? But anyway, so yeah, I mean the little bridge here where the Molesworth ends and the Rainbow Road starts. Well worth. I prefer doing Jollies Pass than the other one. The other one's, yeah, it's a bit boring, to be honest. So I'm off. I'm gonna go see. I might work in Mailings Pass and then Edwards Pass. Here we are at Mailing Pass track. Yeah, Mailing Pass track is one of those. You just go onto the dock website and register for access. It used to have a combination key basically, and you enter that to get through. This year it's been interesting. They sent me the email and said they're trialing a new thing where there's no combination key. So yeah, let's see how that works out. Pretty much I would say a grade 3 at max. It's not a crazy track. It's a real nice, beautiful little track. It's got some absolute stunning views, mountains with a little bit of snow on the cap still. Yeah, let's see. Should be a really interesting little track. Mailing Pass is a really beautiful little track. It's only, what's that, 11-12 k's long. It's in and out, so you have to come out as well. But it is a spectacular little track. I mean, the views of the mountains with the snow caps on it, and you know, just in general, it's just nothing overly complicated or hard about the track. It's just it's stunning. It's stunning. You know, the nature around you is phenomenal, and then as you go up the pass, you know, it gets steeper and steeper and steeper until you crest, and then the other side as you go down is actually quite steep, but nothing to the point where, you know, it will be like real difficult. It's no grade 5 or anything. It's, I would say it's barely a grade 4, a grade 3. all in all, a fantastic little excursion. If you want to come and check it out, it's like I explained earlier, you just have to register online. They send you an email. That's awesome. So as long as you register, you can come through and come and enjoy the track. It's absolutely great. You know, it's small little stream crossings like the one I'm just going through. It's, yeah, really fun little track. This is the end of the Mailing Pass track for four-wheel drives. In any case, it seems like the bicycles and the trampers can actually continue on. So anyway, you have to turn around here, and I'm gonna quickly have some late lunch. Alright, let's have a look what we're gonna have for lunch. Some fat, some cheese, that. Oh, where's that? Tomatoes. Yeah, man, can't go wrong with tomatoes. And something to drink. There we go. All right. Oh, there's already sandflies attacking me. This place is vicious, man. Quick lunch. Yo. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sandflies are vicious here, man. Did I have cheese? Yep, cheese is here. Tomatoes. Yo, they're not taking prisoners, I can tell you that. Sandflies are. Oh, definitely not taking prisoners. Yo, they're not taking. So we just finished up with Mailing Pass. It's 10 to 6, so it's a little bit late. I still need to make it back to the other track. Edwards Pass to Scotties Hut doesn't actually look as long as Mailing Pass, so hopefully it won't take me that long to get to the hut. But yep, so the plan now is to just make it to the hut and settle in for the night. Yeah, let me just get to Edwards and let's see how that goes. So this is Scotties Hut, 4-bunk hut. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Looks like it's got power. It's got a bit of a battery up there, so it's probably got some strip lighting up there. It's not a bad hut. I mean, yeah. What can you say? Typical old backcountry hut. Nice. Dinner is smelling nice. Dinner is really smelling nice. Oh, that's going well. Whoop. Time for a brewski. Yeah, I must say this is actually the first bit of the track's pretty nothing to write home about. It's a little bit, I would almost say, boring. But then the last bit, as you start dropping down and crossing rivers and stuff, the last bit really nice. And this area here where Scotties Hut is excellent. Beautiful scenery. It is, yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'll try and get a shot going down the valley in a minute. The sun is just a little bit not in my favor at the moment, but it is gorgeous. You know what's cool about solo camping? It's just the absolute quietness, not having other people chattering away in the background. You know, you can literally just sit and enjoy the sounds of nature, enjoy the river, you know, enjoy the sun setting over the hill, you know, and just have your own thoughts. It's every time I've been traveling solo by myself, not having people around me, I just find it really kind of like, yeah, it goes deep into your soul, you know, those experiences. It's wonderful. I mean, do I get scared? No, not really. I mean, New Zealand, it's a pretty safe place. I don't think I'll have any issues in New Zealand. All in all, I just love the experience. It's now probably the third or the fourth time I'm traveling, you know, by myself. This trip, it won't be the whole trip, but it's pretty much the first 4 days I'll be solo by myself. Do I shy away from technical driving? Yeah, for sure, I do. I'm a little bit more conscious about what I tackle. I am pretty well sorted in terms of, you know, I've got a land anchor, so if I really get stuck, I can winch myself out, use the land anchor as an anchor point. You know, you just look around here, there's no trees to winch off, so you have to be self-reliant. You have to have a land anchor, especially in the South Island. Most of the South Island, there's virtually no trees. You go to the Otago High Country, same with, you know, all of this Blenheim area, there's not a lot of trees around. So if you get stuck, the West Coast is a bit different. You might be able to find a tree to winch off, but you know, on the East Coast and this Blenheim area, there's no trees. You could dig a hole and bury your spear and all of that jazz, but I've got like I said, I've got a land anchor. It's a pretty good one. Have I ever used it? No. Have I tried it? Yes. You need to know your equipment. You need to know how to use your equipment. So I have tried it. Yeah, but getting back to solo traveling, you know, I'm sitting here, it's 8 o'clock at night, the sun is starting to drop behind the mountain, the sandflies are getting quite feisty at the moment. The travel buddy it's you know, getting my dinner sorted, so after I've had dinner, maybe have a beer or two, then quickly do the dishes and have that all done, so that tomorrow morning I want to literally get up and pretty much go explore the track. It looks really interesting going that way, the track, so I'm gonna try and see how far I can get, and then get out of here and pretty much head up Molesworth Station Road all the way through, stopping at all the interesting bits and just, you know, having a gander at everything and showing you guys what's on the Molesworth for you to explore. The Molesworth's not a technical driving feat, it's pretty much a dirt road, but there's some interesting stuff around, so yeah, stay tuned and we'll explore that tomorrow. Cheers. Morning. Yeah, we up this morning and we are actually going to the end of Edwards Pass track. Got some really interesting like elevated tracks on the side of the hill or the mountain. It's got quite a bit of elevation, the tracks on the side, not too hard. I think the grader was or the bulldozer was through here not too long ago. You can see evidence of that all over the place. They probably repaired some of that. Now we've dropped back into the valley and it's pretty flat here. This area here where I'm now in the valley could be a really nice spot for a wild camp. It's pretty flat here. You shouldn't have a problem finding flat ground, and so we'll see what it offers at the end of the track. At the end of Edwards Pass, there's actually it's like terraces, so you drop down and you go to the next level and you drive, and then you find another one, you drop down to the river level. There's about two terraces before you get to the river level. Quite good fun. The first one's actually really steep, but it's got shale on it, so it's pretty easy. It's kind of an interesting track. I mean, the start of it's pretty boring, but towards the end it's really interesting and quite a lot of fun to drive. It's been really interesting. in Edwards Pass there's a little side track that you can take, and it goes all the way. It's called the Cowstream Hot Pools. So I'll take you guys there today quickly. We'll go and check it out. Here we are at the Cowstream Hot Pools. Let's go check it out. I might need a freshen up actually. It's very interesting, you can actually smell the sulfur in the air. There's definitely something going on here. Crazy, eh? This is awesome, eh? Look here, somebody's actually used concrete to make a little swimming pool. How awesome is this? Oh, how this water is. Nice. Woo! Nice. I know it's only toilet paper, but let's try not to leave our rubbish everywhere. As I'm driving out of Edwards Pass, it's like real little mist rain just, you know, ascended onto the valley, and it's yeah, it's not looking good for my plans to go up Blackbirch Observatory Road. I did plan to maybe go and camp up on top of the mountain at Blackbirch Observatory, but with the weather coming in, the first time I went up there, we had sunshine at the bottom, but we turned onto the road, and then about 3/4 up it started drizzling, and we got to the top and it was a full-on snow gale. Very interesting, I must say. And we got down to the bottom again and we were back in sunshine. It was a super interesting day, but let's see what today will hold. Anyway, the plan is to go and check it out, see if I can stay up there. If I can't, then oh well, like a different plan, eh? I'm here by the swing bridge, just a little bit past the Archer and accommodation and campsite. There's a swing bridge here. I'm sure it's used for trampers that actually go on tramping tracks and stuff. The interesting thing is we actually stopped here in 2020 and we had lunch on our way down to Hanmer Springs. There we go. Let's have a look. The engineering student stock bridge. Interesting. So it's built by engineering students. It's quite a specky little spot in terms of you know, just the river within the gorge. Flows pretty strong here. I must say the river levels aren't as high as what it was when I've been here previously. Absolutely stunning, eh? Here we are at the Cop Cottage. Check this out. This is the original building when I started the Molesworth. It's called the original Molesworth Cottage. It's pretty awesome. People must have been quite short in the days when they built this building. Wow, jeez. As you can see, I will have a problem in this place. It's the old pretty cool. It's this, that was the sleeping quarters. There's some. And that was an old fireplace. Look at that. Wow. Tough old buggers in the old days. The Molesworth Road is definitely a stunning route to drive. It's just the nature, the mountains. It's just, yeah, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I'm really enjoying this drive today. In terms of four-wheel driving, there's not much. I mean, it's just a gravel road, but man, is it absolutely gorgeous. Eh? The mountains, everything. It's worth the drive. Eh? It's worth the effort to actually rather take Molesworth and use Molesworth to actually get to Blenheim. It is such a phenomenal drive. Definitely worth checking out one day. Any New Zealander that comes to the South Island or is in the South Island and going up north, come drive the Molesworth. You'll enjoy it, trust me. Take the day and just come and drive it. It is such a stunning drive. With the weather being moody today, I decided to change my plan and stop at Camden Cook Shop accommodation. Camden Cook Shop offers you a stopover approximately halfway between Blenheim and the Molesworth station. Nice. The accommodation sleeps up to 12 people in a variety of different sized rooms. There's additional accommodation on this side, and this is the room I hired in 2020. The final room that I know of. From the accommodation, you walk over to the next building. Firstly, you'll find another shower and a place to do some washing. The living, dining area. At the time of recording, it was only $40 per person per night. And if you're camping, it's $30 per person. But you have the right to use most of the kitchen and the bathroom facilities. It's the second time I've been staying at Camden Cooktown. Like I said, it's a working farm. This is not their main business. But if you're traveling down the Molesworth route, you literally got 2 or 3 options to stay at. You can stay at the Archer and Campground. You can stay at the Cop Cottage and camp there. They've got 2 cabins there that you can rent. And then further on, you have Camden Cooktown. For accommodation on the Molesworth route, it's definitely a great option. It is, like I said, rustic. These are the shearers' quarters. They're just renting it out the rest of the year to travelers. I had a great night here last night. If you enjoyed this video, you should subscribe, because in the next episode I'll be exploring Mount Patriarch and the north bank of the Wairau River. Also, I'd like to bring your attention to the links in the description. These are Patreon posts with information on the tracks that I've driven in this episode. You can download these GPX files and use them in your next adventure. Hope you've enjoyed this video and see you next time.